There's something about the woods at night. Something off. Maybe it's the silence. Maybe it's what's hiding just beyond your flashlight beam. But when a studio dares to take its post-apocalyptic franchise and bury it deep inside that primal fear, the kind you feel in your chest, not on your screen, that's when you pay attention. Now imagine that studio's Techland. And the game? Oh no, we're not naming it yet. You'll get that in a second. But I'll tell you this. This was something meaner, hungrier. It drips with dread. It dares to do what its older siblings only flirted with. But before we get into the meat and blood of it, yeah, little blood, hold that thought. I need you to promise me one thing. Stick around until the end of this video. A decision that Techland made about this game that changes everything. And if you miss it, you'll be stuck in the past while the rest of us are sprinting into the next chapter. Your choice. The Beast is Techland's full-throttle apology letter written in blood and rage, and I say that with my whole chest. This thing's got bite, and not the slow moaning kind. I'm talking jaw-snapping, forest-dwelling, pitch-black nightmare fuel. Let's start with the obvious, tone. Techland has completely reworked the mood of this game. The colors, the lighting, the shadows, it's all been dipped in dread and served cold. Gone is the sunshine and bloom aesthetic of Dying Light 2. The Beast throws you into the Castor Woods, and from the jump, you can tell this isn't your grandma's zombie sandbox. It's moody, isolated, and hostile. The trees block your view, the wind howls through the underbrush. You're not climbing towers for loot. You're praying to survive the next 10 feet. And then there's the sound design. Oh my goodness, the sound. This game doesn't need you to show the monsters. It lets you hear them. Faint growls in the distance, branches cracking where nothing should be moving. The groan of a volatile somewhere nearby, just loud enough to paralyze you. Just quiet enough to keep you guessing. It's survival horror turned to up to 11, and it's so dang refreshing. But that tension, it explodes the second you swing a weapon, or at least it should. And here's where things get tricky. While the game feels oppressive and dangerous, the actual combat still missing that knockout punch. Hit reactions are inconsistent. Enemies sometimes just soak up damage like they've got armor made of marshmallows. Firearms feel weirdly nerfed. Melee, visceral in concept, but underwhelming in execution. Now, this doesn't mean the combat is bad. It means it's close, like final lap of development close. You can see the systems working. Physics, ragdolls, AI, they're all built to support something amazing. But the feedback loop just isn't quite there yet. You need that snap, that moment when you land a blow and feel it down your spine. But hang tight. Here's where things go feral, literally. We're talking beast mode, weather systems, and horror mechanics that might just put The Last of Us on notice. I know. Lock in, because the beast doesn't just want your attention, it wants your fear. It feeds off of it. Let's talk about the monster in the room, literally. Beast mode is the ace up this game's torn, blood-soaked sleeve. It's not just a combat mechanic, it's a transformation, a full-blown switch from survivor to supernatural predator. And if you're picturing some tame rage boost with a red screen filter, this ain't Fury Mode 2.0, this is Crane Unchained. Once charged, Beast Mode turns Kyle into something out of a horror movie. You're faster, stronger, and your takedowns disturbingly savage. I'm talking full-body dismemberance, spine-ripping executions, and mid-fight decapitations that leave nothing to imagination. There's a dedicated skill tree tied to these powers, meaning your beast isn't just a gimmick, it's a second character living inside of you, and it's hungry. But here's the smart part. It doesn't break the game. You're not invincible. Beast mode has limits, and while it's a rush to unleash it, you're still vulnerable in the wrong moments. Techland walked the tightrope here, and it actually works. It paid off. It adds intensity instead of trivializing encounters. It's not God mode, it's, oh God, what have I become? And then, just when you think you've got a handle on the horror, the game shifts gears again, through weather. I didn't expect it to be a highlight, but here we are. The weather system in the Beast might be one of its most immersive features. Sunlight bleeds into the trees during the day, casting long, ominous shadows, but at night, you're swallowed whole. The dynamic lighting, the fog, the oppressive darkness, it's all tuned for discomfort. And when the rain hits or the wind picks up, that's when shit gets real. Trees sway, visibility drops, every sound is amplified. You're checking corners like you're back in Haran, except now, there's no safe zone to run to. Just your flashlight and whatever's hunting you. And about that nighty cycle, it's not slightly darker daylight like Dying Light 2 got flamed for, no. This is Dying Light 1 level fear. Pitch black wilderness, ambient horror, and infected that knows how to use the darkness. The devs said they took feedback about the 2 safe nights in Dying Light 2, and it shows. The Beast doesn't want you exploring after sunset. It wants you sprinting, sweating, and second-guessing every step. There's something primal about it. Like, the game finally remembered what made Dying Light terrifying in the first place. And that's the difference here. The Beast doesn't just look scary. It feels scary. It earns that fear by designing around it. We're talking environments, storytelling through world design, and the one visual detail that made me stop mid-demo and just whisper, yo, what the hell happened here? Let's get one thing straight. The Beast doesn't care about being pretty. It's not trying to dazzle you with postcard cityscapes or shiny reflections. This world is rotting, it's tense, it's cruel, and it tells a story without saying a damn word. That's how good the environmental design is. Every shattered window, every blood trail, every abandoned cabin, it's all part of the narrative. You don't just see what happened, you feel it. Castor Woods isn't just a new setting, it's a statement. Techland saying, we're done with safe zones and rooftop hopping. This is tighter, denser, and way more claustrophobic. It's less parkour playground, more horror maze. And somehow, they managed to make every square meter feel handcrafted. Like someone sat down and asked, how do we make the specific area emotionally disturbing? Spoiler, they nailed it. And if you were worried about copy-paste asset hell like old Villador, don't be. From what I saw, no 2 areas feel the same. There were twisted, overgrown corridors, burnt-out shacks with stories scorched into the walls, and even weird ritual sites that had me side-eyeing the devs like, you okay? Every place you enter feels like someone or something used to live there. It's personal, it's haunted, and it's incredibly effective. But what really makes it land the lighting. And I know we already touched on it, but it deserves a second shout out because this isn't just aesthetic polish. The lighting is the fear. During the day, there's this burnt orange glow that makes everything feel like it's stuck in permanent dusk, like the world's waiting for something terrible to happen. At night, forget it. You're a silhouette with a flashlight, praying the wind doesn't carry your scent. This whole approach, this commitment to tone is why the Beast feels different. It's not horror by numbers, it's horror by design. Every element works in sync to unsettle you. The art direction, the layout, the environmental storytelling, it all pushes one message. You're alone, and no one is coming. And just when you start to get comfortable, the game reminds you that this isn't about surviving the night. It's about becoming the thing that thrives in it. That duality, man versus monster, survivor versus beast, is baked into the level design itself. There are moments where you feel like the predator, empowered and brutal, but most of the time, you're prey. And trust me, if you've made it this far, do not bounce before we talk about what Techland quietly confirmed behind the scenes. It changes how we look at this game completely. We've covered tone, we've dug into beast mode, we've talked about the forest that's actively trying to ruin your day. But let's get to the part that nobody's ready for. The scope of this game and what it actually is. Because here's the thing. This wasn't supposed to be a full game. The Beast started life as DLC, the second major expansion for Dying Light 2. That's right. What we're playing right now was originally a side story, a bonus chapter. But somewhere during development, Techland looked at what they had and went, wait a minute. We're building something bigger than that. Scarier than that. They weren't lying. You're looking at a 20-hour campaign minimum. Double that with side content. A dedicated beast mode skill tree, new enemy types, a dynamic weather and day-night system built from scratch. An environment that's not just bigger, it's better, richer, more deliberate, and yes, it still connects to the larger Dying Light universe with Kyle Crane front and center. That's a part that really hits home. Crane is back. And this isn't some cameo, you're playing as him. You are him. And if you know how the community felt about his original story arc being cut short in Dying Light 2, this game feels like Techland finally saying, let's finish what we started. And they're finishing it, with teeth bare and claws out. So when people ask, is the Beast just reskinned Dying Light 2 with extra blood? Nah. That's missing the point. This game is the pivot, is the course correction. The tone is darker, the gameplay more focused, the horror finally back in full swing. It feels like the team stopped trying to chase trends and instead went, what if we just made the game people wanted from the start? This could be the game that resets the bar for what Dying Light is supposed to be. And if they stick the landing on polish and performance, we might be witnessing the start of the franchise's second golden age. So the Beast isn't Techland's side mission, it's the redemption arc. And if they can't clean up the hit detection and polish the combat to match the level of care poured into the world, story, and horror, then they didn't just save the franchise. They evolved it. This is no longer the game you thought it was. It's not DLC, it's not a placeholder between sequels. It's the next Dying Light game. Full stop. And that changes everything. Now, if this breakdown gave you a new perspective, smash that like button like it's a flashlight button in a volatile chase. It helps the algorithm more than you know and keeps this channel alive so we can keep giving you real talk, not recycled hype. Like my man over there, drop a comment and let's talk. Is the Beast finally what Dying Light 2 should have been, or are you still burned? Subscribe to Level Up Gaming so you don't miss what's next, because when the forest goes quiet, you'll want someone still talking. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.